Hi friends, so I real quick wanted to jump on here and tell you about the process that I used to develop my Halloween 2022 collection, just because other artists might be interested and get some ideas. So the first thing that I did with this collection, it's not the same way that I always develop my collections, but it's just how I developed this collection. So the first thing I did was make a list of Halloween motifs. And then I thought, well, if I paint 3 of each of those motifs, that'll come up with 30 paintings for this collection. That's a pretty good amount for a collection, right? So that was the first thing I did. The next thing that I did was I drew some thumbnails, and I'll insert that line art here because I obviously painted it. Just to kind of get some ideas, get those creative juices flowing. Then I drew a couple paintings, which you see here. And then I picked my color palette for this year's collection. I just wanted them to have the same color palette and just have a theme, right? So I painted my thumbnails, and I didn't like any of these, but I did like the orange and the blue, like contrasting colors, right? So I actually ended up picking my color palette on my phone because I was camping, using digital software. And so the color palette that I came up with, which I will insert somewhere here, this is a color scheme that I'm using. And so yeah, so then I had my thumbnails and I started painting them. Just kind of see how that kind of looks together, and it's all cohesive and flows together because they're all in the same color palette, right? Yeah. So then what happens once I've got some ideas going, I'll pick some of my favorites and develop them into full-size paintings, and then I paint some paintings and I work on my marketing materials and my promotional materials. And there's some software that I use for that I want to highlight here. I use Canva. I use Copy AI for the words, because it's great. If you haven't tried Copy.ai, yeah, check it out. So I developed some marketing resources, like a icon, and pexels. I wanted to put these these originals that I painted first, right? And had them drawn, but then I painted them in my color palette, which I really like them. And then I wanted to do a mock-up of those on the wall, so I went to I utilize various sources, but this one I got at Pexels, and I just put in Halloween room. And then I downloaded the room that I wanted to use to do my promotional material in, and then I utilized PixArt to put them in frames and stick them on the wall and develop my promotional materials from there. So hey, if this helps any of you, how great is that story? And you can check out my website for more information. I also have a class on digital art. Well, actually I have a bunch of classes. Check out my website, brendaknoll.com. Bye.